Well, good afternoon, everybody. John Robinson, aka the Hospice Guy. November is National Hospice and Palliative Care Month, and I'm going to change up my schedule of videos, what I want to talk about. Today, as I was visiting a patient, I had to counsel the family on a couple of matters pertaining to this person's health, and I thought it was imperative that I share it with you folks. You know, sometimes you tell your loved one that you're going to abide by their every wish until the moment they pass. But I want to say one thing. The decisions that you made together 6 months ago, your loved one may be up and walking, being able to take a bath by themselves, feed by themselves, be independent for themselves. But as you travel that journey and you get down to the last days or the last week of that person's life, things change. Their condition changes. Their needs change as well. Sometimes it's overwhelming. But I've heard people say, hell, come hell or high water, I promise my brother, my sister, my loved one, they're going to stay here until the end is here, they would say. But you know what? Things change. Sometimes their care that they require is more skilled. Sometimes the care that they require is 24-hour care and supervision. And I always tell people, look at 6 months ago, the way your loved one was. Look at him today. What are his needs as he's in that bed? You know, you may have said you're never going to the hospital, but guess what? Pain medications, anxiety medications may be the only way to calm that person down during this end-of-life journey when they're at the end of their life. And the promises that you made months ago go out the door. I mean, if you want to stay there and go through all that, fine, that's your choice. But please, think of the patient in that bed. You know, do you want the patient to be in pain or to be anxious or trying to get out of bed or unsafe just because you promised that person that you'll never go to the hospital? Or would you rather have that person in general inpatient care, being cared for 24/7. Their needs are being met physically. You can go up there and sit by their bedside and make sure that their psychosocial needs are met, their faith needs are met, their spiritual needs are met. You can do it in the hospital. Because no matter what happens, I believe in fate, and when it's your time, it's your time. So please consider, would you please consider that the promises you made here don't coincide with the person's condition at the end of life. And believe me, if your loved one says, I don't want to go to the hospital, you have to say yes. Because sometimes you got to say what you need to, not what they want to hear. And to provide the best possible care for that loved one, the only choice you may have is the hospital. Either that or you can see the person suffer or you suffer on this journey. And one other thing I'm going to say, which is very, very, I don't know, it may piss you off, it may not piss you off. This is something totally different. But I will say one thing. On a person's journey, as they're in that bed from day 1 to day 100, whatever the case may be, it's not about the caregiver. It's not about the people that come and visit that person. It's about the person that's in that bed. You know, I tell people, don't make it about yourself, because it's not. You have to deal with yourself through all that, whether it's guilt or whatever the case may be, but don't make it about you. You make it about the person in that bed. And that's all that matters. That's what the journey you're walking on is about, that person. Yes, you're making yourself a better person as well by going on that journey, but all the BS that comes along with it, okay? First of all, that guy or girl in that bed doesn't need to hear that. It's not about you. It's about them and how you're going to make their journey one of peace, understanding, love, compassion, dignity, respect, and honor. And that's all it's about. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Once again, John Robinson, aka the Hospice Guy. Everybody have a blessed and a wonderful evening. That's a good day.